Good morning, afternoon, evening, folks. Welcome to, I guess you could say, the final episode of the Jem'hadar arc. As the game stands, at the moment, it's the last one. Alright, I'll do more Gamma because that's what I'm concentrating on with this character. Sorry, just had to collect my. I had to collect my Gamma special items that you get for being a Gamma Quadrant character. Tier 1, 3, duty officer commendations. That's if I join a fleet. Join a fleet. Earn 100,000 credits. 500,000 credits. Ooh, that's okay. What we got? Yeah, last episode. All right, let us begin. I don't know what's going to happen after I finish this because it's not giving me any other episodes. Okay, so it looks like it's got some other. Oh, okay, so it's bringing in some of the Klingon missions, since this is a Klingon character, so we'll see what happens. Once I get done with this, we'll see where we go for what's going to happen. So, hail for the final episode.
Empersa, the homeworld of the Founders, is under attack by the Hurk. This is our darkest hour. If Empersa falls, the Dominion will come to an end. I'm asking you to join in the defense efforts as soon as you can. A task force will assemble at my fleet's location in the Gamma Quadrant and warp to Empersa from there. Remember, if we fall, the Alpha Quadrant is next. It's time to make a stand. I hope you'll join in the fight.
Some more morphogenic equipment. Ooh, that'll be nice. Call in some Hurk reinforcements. Huh. Nice. Can't be used during small craft usage though, but oh well. We'll see. That's what we got. Okay, hold on, let me do some see if I get any new goodies. Oh, this gives me a lot of hand weapons. Oh, another torpedo. Well, I don't need that. What's this? Inhibiting Polaron stun pistol, huh? I don't need it. Discard. Just money in my pocket. That's all I did it for. Alright.
If you'll excuse me.
Well, I'm already pretty much there. Begin.
Previously on Star Trek Online, the Dominion as you know it is on the verge of collapse. Without your help, the Hurk will win the war of attrition. What's happening?
The Yes, Garrick, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly? It's not Karemlin tech.
I found a similar device on Bejor.
These devices called the Herc, and we put them there. The other founders are hiding things from me.
Odo, look out!
Hold your fire. I think it's trying to communicate.
We can't hold off the Herc forever.
Alliance forces are spread
Yeah,
too
the
thin
Catcher
to
So White
help,
has something to do with it.
We need the Klingons, brother. Otherwise we're doomed.
The Sword of Kahless, as promised.
Once again, the House of Quark delivers. Martok will be pleased.
You found a secret I've kept for millennia.
The origin of the Herc infestation.
And you're rolling it.
The Dominion must endure.
I'm afraid I can't allow it. As we speak, every Herc in the quadrant is homing in on the signal.
And now the conclusion. I arrived here ahead of you, and I've already engaged the Herc near the planet. You've made your point, Garrick. Deactivate the Herc lure device you placed on the home world before this gets out of hand.
Agreed. Bring an end to this now.
I'm afraid that's the problem, Ambassador. I deactivated it several minutes ago.
Excuse me?
Then why are the Hercs still attacking? Don't play games with me here, Garrick. I'm warning you.
Counselor?
Perhaps they're still attacking due to a deep hatred of your people. After all, the Founders are directly responsible for their state of mind, body, and soul. I can't say I blame them for...
Gentlemen?
Enough! Both of you. We don't have time for this. There's bigger problems to deal with here, starting with that swarm of Herc vessels nearby.
That makes a good point.
Agreed. My fleet is already engaged near the planet, but Herc reinforcements keep arriving. Try to punch through the swarms so we can join up.
Very well, Helm. Take us in. Yeah, see, that's the
We
thing.
may be needing your solution to this problem soon, Doctor.
Yeah, it's called Catcher So White.
Yes, since yours failed.
Some might argue it's
Last much longer. We need to deal with the swarm attacking
We're here to help.
Immediately.
The sea is as steadfast and stands ready to assist you as well.
Ooh. The Zenkethi have come to the rescue. Well, I guess those were already here. Baboo. Almost got big bada boom. I guess the morphogenic weapons is probably something to do with the Herc ships that you can get in this game now. Oh, let me pick up something first.
Well, we've bought ourselves some time. Let's hope it's enough.
I interrupted him. Hold on.
Well done. The ship's taken heavy damage, but she'll survive.
Continue.
Well, we've bought ourselves some time. Let's hope it's enough. Julian, is your plan ready? It may be our best hope to end things now.
Continue.
It's as ready as possible, Captain. The challenge of frontier medicine, I'm afraid, is that there is never enough time. I've created a program that will enable the Herc to synthesize the compound they need to come to their senses. I've also put together a core sample of the compound for them to utilize in mass production. That is the easy part.
The hard part is convincing him to take it. Probably.
And the hard part? What do you need to make this happen?
From what we've learned about the Herc, the best way to make this happen will be to enter the data into one of their core computer systems. It'll need to be a command-level system with fleet-wide override authority. Systems of that caliber are only found on Herc dreadnoughts.
Best defended ships in their fleet.
There's a Herc dreadnought heading toward the planet as we speak. It's slow, so we should be able to intercept it. I recommend we engage that ship and disable it, if possible. We'll need to get a team on board to carry out Julian's plan.
Agreed. Let's make it happen.
Dreadnought's disabled. That ship is still crawling with Herc, though. Make sure your away teams are ready for a fight.
Understood.
I'll send some of my best. Dukan Rex will lead a Jem'hadar away team, while Loris will assist Dr. Bashir.
Very well.
Right. Let's get the away teams on that dreadnought before it calls for backup.
Agreed.
Loris and I have all we need. We're ready to beam over when you are.
Alrighty.
We'll need to find their central computer core. Once we're there, I'll begin the override process that will allow us to transmit our data on the cure. When that's done, we can instruct each ship in their fleet to replicate the cure and distribute it to every Herc on board. Of course, we need to reach the command center in one piece to do so.
We'll clear the way.
Enemy life signs ahead. Get ready to fight. Proceed with caution. I'm reading numerous hazards in the area. This section of the ship has taken heavy damage.
Understood. That's the quick ones, though. I didn't take that crap. Sorry. Gotta check some things, make sure everything is good before I proceed. Aw, I didn't quite get the Dreadnought Cruiser kill ratio for the week, for the daily. Hello. Ah, help. Oh, so we can't go that way, huh? Well, if we went the other way, we probably could. Stay away from the plasma fires. So that kind of looks like that magnetic stuff. Almost looks like what they took out of Odo during the DS9 series, the black version of himself, the sick version of the whatever they call them, or the founders type stuff.
I have unpleasant news, I'm afraid. Herc security systems have sent an automated distress signal throughout the fleet. I recommend haste. We're going to have a great number of hostile guests, and far sooner than we'd like.
Better hurry then. But first, let me collect some material.
Excellent work. It's time for Loris and I to finish this. Keep your weapons handy, however. We're breaking into a secure computer system here. The Hurk are bound to take offense. Keep them busy while we do our work, or this will be a wasted trip.
You'll have the time you'll need, Doctor.
Goes here, that one goes there!
I was saving time by inverting the feed now instead of later. I wouldn't even be in Starfleet anymore if it weren't for this Hurk nonsense.
We're running out of time, Doctor!
Perhaps you know a faster way to translate Hurk language and reverse engineer their technology. Almost ready here. The system needs the physical samples of the cure for final analysis and processing. Shall I proceed?
Make it happen.
Are you insane, Weyoun? That was our last hope.
How is this possible? You were in prison!
I was liberated by those who still serve the true founders. Not everyone is a traitor to the Dominion, after all.
There is only one traitor here, Weyoun. It's time you paid the price for your treachery.
Pathetic. You can't even kill someone properly. Allow me to instruct you. You! Jem'hadar! Make yourself useful. Kill them. Giving you an order! Open fire! Kill them, now!
I think not.
He's gone.
And not a moment too soon.
Bashir to command. Everyone, we have a problem.
Alright, well, I'm moving up, getting out of here then.
That Herc fleet is about to attack our position. We need to give the doctor the time he needs to transmit data on the cure.
Acknowledge, red alert.
fix there, Odo.
Brilliant observation, Quark. What do you want?
Forgive my brother, Odo. We're here to help.
The Ferengi cavalry? I thought I'd seen everything.
Oh, the best is yet to come, Odo. Say hello to my dangerous friends.
Well, Quark, we're waiting.
Ron, where are they?
Lose something? Like your nerve, perhaps?
Long ago, Takuvma, the Unforgettable, lit the beacon of Kalis.
Oh wow, they're tying this into the Discovery arc.
To the Empire.
Interesting.
Today, a new torchbearer, Worf, son of Moog, does the same. United, we now go to fight the enemy of our ancestors. Today, we will fight the Herc. I now hold the weapon they fear most. The Sword of Kalis has been returned to us. Join me now in honorable combat. Show the Herc what it truly means to be Klingon. For Kalis, for the Empire, Kapla!
Interesting how they had to tie that into the Discovery arc. With the torchbearer and all that other stuff.
arrival of the Klingons has given us more time in space, but the situation on the surface is dire. Herc's forces are breaking the Jem'hadar defense lines. We need to do what we can to help. I'm beaming directly to the Great Link to aid my people.
Agreed.
The time has come. The Herc mean to ravage everything in their path. We will not allow it. We will stand against them, as Kalis once stood, defiant and proud. Fight well, and if need be, die well. Kapla!
Let's finish this. Alright, Doctor, you need to get that game going before the Klingons decide to destroy all the Herc on you.
Whom do we seek? Kalis! How do we find him? Together! Kalis, give us light to see forever! Will he hide from us always? Never!
It's worse than we thought. Most of the Jem'hadar lines have been broken. Even the Great Link is in danger. I'm going to coordinate our defenses at the Link. Meet me there.
Good luck, Ambassador.
We'll meet you there as soon as we can. And Odo?
Let's go.
The Jem'hadar have come to our aid. Now, we will return the favor.
Let's hope we're not too late.
Well, good. There are many Herc between us and the Great Link. We go there now to reclaim our lives, for we are already dead.
Sorry, it's getting a little laggy, folks. A lot of stuff going on.
We won't last long out in the open like this.
Odo to Kira. We're fortifying our position near the Great Link.
Understood. We're on our way.
Your timing is impeccable. Thank you for your assistance. Enough pleasantries. There are still Founders under attack nearby. Go to them and destroy the wretched creatures who would attack our gods. Oh, you are also forbidden to kill yourself if a Founder dies in your presence. We need every able body in the fight.
Sorry, but I have my own mind. Oh, there's some Zenkethi down there here now. Oh, that's a Founder. God dang it. I tried to assist, but it wouldn't let me. Missed that one. Oh, I didn't know my men fell.
I die! I live!
I don't know how I'm supposed to get that first one. I missed it. I can't get it. Now let's go back up to that first one again, because I don't see why it's not. Oh my goodness. Wow, all this stuff going on is making this video not very smooth. Well, I don't know where it's at. Well, I think that one, I lost that one. Solid. I'm a Jem'hadar. I'm one of your supposed followers, but do they not all know about you guys? Man, I want that last one, but I can't get it. It's not letting me. I don't know what happened. It disappeared on me, so I no longer have access to this one. Didn't help this one. Well, it's optional, but I would have rather have gotten all 4 of them. I tried, but it wasn't letting me help the first one. Alright, well, whatever. Guess we're done. We lost one. We lost one of them. Got glitched into the ground, that's what I'm thinking. Alright, Odo. Now what?
You made it. Good. We're going to need all the help we can get here. It looks like the Herc are focusing their attacks on the link. I've called for reinforcements, but most of our lines have been overrun. We're going to make a stand here and hope the Doctor's plan is successful. If not, if we fail, this may be the day the Dominion dies.
Right, we'll make our stand here now.
Please tell me you have more than Jem'hadar coming to help.
Calls been sent, but they may not arrive in time.
We'll do what we can with what we have, then.
As always, until the end.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that, Odo.
Nerys, if we don't make it...
No, now is not the time for this discussion.
Look around. There may not be a better time.
You're right. And I understand what you do.
You do? call. I know. I feel the same. Maurice, are you hurt?
It's just a scratch. I'm fine. We're losing ground here, Odo. Keep fighting.
We can't hold this position much longer.
That's Jem'hadar, for we're about to die, Doctor. Are you ready?
Not without the Ketracel components needed for the cure.
Ketracel. Yes. Victory.
Wait! Stop!
Is life.
Missing some pictures. Oh, no, not right now, Bella. Sorry, I was trying to get in my lap. You don't need to be in my lap right now, Bella.
It seems the battle is over, but how? What happened up there, Doctor?
Continue.
I believe Dukan Rex realized that his own body contained the Ketracel material I needed to finalize the cure. He extracted what we needed at the cost of his life. Once the Herc were able to synthesize the cure, they came to their senses and called for an immediate ceasefire. Their forces are withdrawing as we speak. It's over, Odo. I won't say we've won, but it's over.
Indeed, and at great cost. First, we received orders from the Lion's Command. We're to report to Deep Space Nine as soon as possible for debriefing. Are you ready to return to the Alpha Quadrant? Yes. What, Sash? Alright, Bashir.
There was nothing I could do for him on the Herc Dreadnought. The Ketracel extraction process was too devastating. Odo, you treated him like a son when we first found him on DS9, and I'm truly sorry.
Continue.
He didn't even have a name when he left us. I'll make sure the name he found is never forgotten.
Continue.
I remember his first days on the station. All he wanted to do was fight. Didn't matter who. When he left, I thought I'd never see him again. Or if I did, it'd be as enemies. The man I met years later still knew how to fight, but his reasons for doing so had changed dramatically. I'm proud to have known him. I wish I could have done more in the end.
Made a difference in his life.
I suppose you're right. I believe Nerys, Captain Kira, was looking for you. She was at the Temple of the Prophets last I checked. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to pay my respects. We'll talk more later.
Very well. I'm sorry for your loss. The heck? Wow, I didn't realize how far back, far away it was. Ah, there we are. Oh, don't care about the reputation. I don't need it right now. Alright, Kira. I'll talk to Loris first.
Hello again, my friend. It pleases me to see you. I have interesting news.
I hope it doesn't involve the Herc.
Thankfully, no. Rather, it involves the Orb of Peace that you returned with Kaiopaka. It has spoken to me. I've been exploring the meaning of that experience with the Kai and Captain Kira. They are, after all, experts on such matters. While we all find it curious that an Orb of the Prophets would speak to a Vorta, we also agree it would be foolish to ignore it.
What of your service to the Dominion?
With the blessings of Founder Odo, I have been transferred to this quadrant to continue my studies of the Orb and the Prophets. I shall also serve as Founder Odo's representative here. Diplomacy is my specialty, after all. I'm sure we'll be seeing one another again. May the blessings of the Founders and the Prophets be yours.
Glad to hear it. See you around then. Alright, Kaiopaka, how have you been?
It is good to see you once more. I was hoping we'd have a moment to speak on an important matter before your duties take you back to the stars.
What's on your mind, Eminence?
My thoughts often return to the Orb of Peace. It was no coincidence that it was found in the Gamma Quadrant, in the midst of two warring tribes. I believe it to be a message from the Prophets, one of guidance in troubled times.
I trust your expertise on such matters?
Now that the conflict with the Herc has ended, I feel it's time to explore this omen more thoroughly. The recent vision experienced by Loris is truly remarkable. That the Prophets would speak to a Vorta. Again, this is no coincidence. Simply put, I believe the Orb is meant to broker a lasting peace between the people of our quadrants and the Dominion.
I hope you're right, Eminence. Alright, Kira.
And here we are, once again. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
Indeed. What's your next for you, Captain?
Funny you should mention that. After we got back, Starfleet Command offered me a number of postings. Even the center chair on one of those shiny new cruisers. Tempting. But I chose to join the command staff here on DS9. Bajor and the Celestial Temple mean a lot to me, and this station is a good place to keep them both safe.
Yeah, because I think Commander Kurland's dead, if I remember correctly. True. It's also close to our mutual friend in the Gamma Quadrant.
Subtle, but you're not wrong. Odo and I have a lot to work out before we're back to where we were, but we've taken a few good steps in that direction. I think it'll work out. Eventually. He's a hard man to read sometimes.
Also true. Until next time, Captain.
Thank you for coming to visit. After all we've been through, it means a lot to have friends. Even if it reminds me of the ones we miss. Speaking of reunions, I think General Martok is leading the charge against the Bloodwine at Quark's. I'm sure he'd want to congratulate you on another glorious victory. May the prophets watch over you.
And you, Captain. Alright, so now I'm going to Quark's. Alright, let's talk to the Grand Nagus.
We'll be here at DS9 until my ship is repaired. Fortunately, I have exclusive rights to the holosim of the battle. The sales of that alone will cover the cost of repairs, and then some. Some days, it's good to be the Grand Nagus.
I can only imagine.
I don't like to think about how close to disaster we were, though. Fortunately, there were people like you out there to bring us all back from the brink. All those adventures. You've got quite a story to tell. That reminds me. Have you ever considered making a holo biography? I think your life story would be quite popular and profitable. I'll make you a very generous offer for the rights and cut you in on a share of the profits. Say, 25%?
Interesting offer, but I must decline.
Suit yourself. The offer still stands if you change your mind.
Thank you, Grand Nagus.
Oh, I'm so glad to see this come to an end. But not as glad as everyone back on Ferenginar. It's a celebration of Rule 35 like no one's ever seen before. I mean, peace may be good for business, but things are really getting out of hand.
How so?
When word got out that the Gamma Quadrant was open for business, the new Latinum rush was on. Open borders and free trade policies. My husband was practically weeping with joy. Oh, poor Odo. He thought he had his hands full with Quark on DS9. Now, he's gonna have an entire quadrant full of Ferengi to deal with.
I'm sure he'll rise to the challenge. Oh, hey, Neth. See, they let you out of your cage, huh?
I am forever indebted to you. Without your efforts, I would walk the path of exile for the rest of my days. Now, I will help make amends for all that has happened during Zenketh's terrible crusade.
Well, I never played you with this character, so I'm not the one that saved you. We came after the fact. Make the most of this opportunity, Captain. Hey, Nog.
That was quite the battle. I knew my father and uncle were up to something, but I didn't think it involved leading the Klingon fleet to the fight. That said, we wouldn't have pulled this off without you. Glad you were here for this.
Likewise. What's next for you?
Starfleet's assigned the Chimera to peacekeeping duty in Herc space. We'll be working with the Joint Task Force to help the Herc get back on their feet again as well. There's a lot to be done, but we want to help them rejoin the galactic community.
It's quite a task.
It is, but my crew is up for the challenge. They're some of Starfleet's best. Take care of yourself out there. Don't be a stranger.
Same to you, Captain. Alright, so I guess if I was like the Federation ally, I wouldn't be talking to Martok. I'd be talking to one of the other guys. Hey, Quark.
Welcome back. Seeing as this is a private party and I'm in an unusually generous mood, You'll be getting the VIP discount on your drinks tonight.
You mean they're not on the house?
Did you take a hit to the head in that fight? I'm in a good mood. Not insane. Half off. Take it or leave it.
Fair enough. Cheers.
That's more like it. Don't take it personally. You could be Odo. His drinks, 50% markup.
About the sword.
Not much to tell, really. Lex saw the error of his ways and gave it back. Then I had Grilka let Martok and Worf know we'd recovered their precious relic. A quick handoff later, and the Klingons were off to war. Rom and I tagged along, mainly to see the look on Odo's face when I rode in with the cavalry. That was priceless. If I die tomorrow, I'll go to the Exchequer with a smile on my face.
I'm sure, and you didn't make a profit on that job.
Who do you think you're talking to? Nog? Unlike the Federation, the Klingons know the value of Latinum. I'm thinking of spending my cut on a smaller moon to orbit the one I already have. I might even name it Odo.
You're living dangerously, Quark. Good luck.
Can I get you
Don't
something?
end up becoming Mr. Mudd and not being able to make payments on your planet and get thrown in prison. I'm fine for now. Oh.
A hard-fought battle and a well-earned victory. And yet, we almost missed it. Our fleet would have never left the Empire if it weren't for the sword's return. Grilka tells me her former mate, Quark, had something to do with it. The sacred blade of Canis, returned to the Empire by a Ferengi. Madness!
Her current mate played a part as well.
Yes, it was Worf's idea to ignite the beacon of Canis. A bold move, but it paid off. Only a coward could refuse such a call to arms.
So what, the beacon is still around? Even in the 25th century? Yeah, see, it's interesting how they're tying that into what's already in there. I know they're trying to make an effort of bringing Discovery into the proper way it's supposed to be. Indeed.
The legend of Kahless is stronger than ever. It would not surprise me if the High Council moved to create a new clone of the Emperor. There is great power in legend, after all.
True. Until next time, General.
Interesting. There's a message from Garrick on my monitor here. Text only. He wants you to meet him at his old tailor shop. Maybe he's had enough of politics and wants to get back in the fashion game. Probably more profitable and easier on the nerves.
That seems unlikely.
I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. He looks for secrets when he gets bored, and trust me, he's not the person you want poking around in your business.
Sounds like I should see what he wants. Okay, so is that everybody in here I can talk to? Besides Morn. Surprised he's still alive. I mean, I know he faked his own death in the TV series. Okay, I forgot to remember where his shop is. Well, that's security. Transporters. Well, a little Jem'hadar base of operations? Interesting. When do they add that? Okay, where is your shop at, Garrick? there's Med Bay. So I don't need to go there. Julian and Odo talking. What? Okay, where is his... I just completely went around. I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, Kumarki. How have you been? Why weren't you weren't involved in this last battle? I guess you're busy getting the colony set up, I guess.
The conflict may be over, but there's still plenty of work to be done. The Lucari have offered to help the Herc restore their homeworld ecosystem, and they've accepted. Dr. Bashir will be working with us on this. It's our goal to ensure that no Herc will go without nourishment again.
An honorable goal.
Some time ago, I hoped for a path to peaceful resolution to our troubles with the Herc. I'm happy to be part of such a solution, at last. Thank you for your efforts in getting us all to this point. To peace.
You're welcome. Safe travels, Captain. Alright, Garrick. What do you want?
Thank you for meeting me here. Strangely, I find it easy to center myself in this shop. Even relax.
Memories of a simpler time in your life.
Quite so. Cardassia is about to begin a new journey, as it were, and I'll be going along for the ride.
Sounds exciting.
Oh, it is. Cardassia has been offered membership in the Alliance, and we've accepted. Our seat at the table was hard-earned, but we're ready and grateful to join the ongoing efforts. Officer exchange programs have already begun. In fact, I suspect you'll be seeing more Cardassian faces in the future. I hope you show them the same courtesy as you've shown me in our shared adventures.
Of course, and where will you be during all this?
Oh, I'll be spending time on Earth, Kronos, and New Romulus. The life of an ambassador is never dull, after all. Someone needs to make sure the Alliance doesn't forget about Cardassia, and I suppose that someone is me. I'll be sure to follow your exploits, of course. They'll be far more entertaining than economic forecasts and state functions, to be sure.
Thanks, I think.
I believe our fearless leaders would like to have a word with you next.
I won't ask how you know that, but seeing you. Okay, where are we going? Go to the Alliance leaders. Well, that doesn't help me any. Okay, they're just right outside the door. Oh, okay. So there we are. We got... Boy, Admiral, you have survived for 8 years in this game. But, well, in-game time has only been about a year, so... Hey, Admiral.
There have been some significant diplomatic events since your return from the Gamma Quadrant. First, the Dominion is joining the Alliance. Having them as allies will take some getting used to. But the opportunity was too great to ignore.
Yeah, so who's our next biggest threat? That's going to be the interesting thing.
As a condition to joining the Alliance, we requested that the Founders take steps to free the Jem'hadar from their addiction to Ketracel White. I'm happy to say that Ambassador Odo is inclined to comply with that request. It will make things interesting in the Gamma Quadrant, to be sure. Still, it's been a long time coming. The Jem'hadar should be able to live their lives freely.
It's a risk, but one worth taking. Alright, Datan, what do you have to say about all this?
I have initiated a dialogue between the Dominion and the Karema. In light of recent events, I feel it is imperative that their conflict is resolved peacefully. Whether that results in an independent Karema or not remains to be seen, but I shall endeavor to help them reach a result that is beneficial for both parties.
It's going to be a challenge, Proconsul. Alright, Jem'hadar.
The Harvest Cool sector has been designated as independent from the Dominion, and a Herc neutral zone has been established around it. The Empire will join the Federation and the Republic in keeping the peace between the Dominion and the Herc. We have experience in enforcing a neutral zone after all.
Yeah. For many hundreds of years, they had one between the Federation, Romulan, and Klingon empires. Indeed.
Martok's use of the beacon and the return of
Discovery
the
reference
has led to a renewed interest in Kahless throughout the Empire. Some say that Martok stands with honor next to great heroes like T'Kuvma, Voke, L'Rell, and Kang. As if getting along with a stubborn old Targ wasn't difficult enough. His ego will be larger than Mount Hamar at this rate. It is fortunate that Martok has little in the way of political aspirations. Otherwise, I may need to kill him. Again.
And Voke is Commander Tyler. He's a human Klingon hybrid. L'Rell, yeah, she's L'Rell. And then Kang, well, that's a movie reference character there. Both of you make the Empire stronger, Chancellor. First, the Ambassador and Dr. Bashir would like a word with you in sickbay when you have a moment. Understood. What, are we going to be the first test subjects for weaning ourselves off the Ketracel? Alright, Odo. Let's talk to you first, because, well, I guess it don't matter.
The Dominion is about to go through a number of changes, liberating the Jem'hadar from the White, phasing out the Founders' benevolent dictatorship, establishing a safe haven for the Herc. Needless to say, I'm going to be very busy for quite some time.
Not all those things change. All those changes will be popular.
No. There are still a number of Founders within the Great Link who will be very resistant to change. I'd like to think they're outnumbered by those willing to take a more democratic approach, however. The last thing anyone needs is a Dominion civil war.
Agreed.
Also, not all of the Herc were cured. We'll be dealing with rogue swarms for some time. I hope we can call on you in the future if we run into that special kind of trouble you have a talent for dealing with. Oh, and speaking of trouble, you might keep an eye on Quark. That little act of heroism with the sword of Kahless will make him bolder than ever.
I'll do what I can, Constable. So he kept his title that he had when he was on DS9.
Things are finally settling down around here. Well, as much as it ever settles down, that is.
You're still in uniform, Doctor.
Well, there's a lot to be done with the Herc, and being part of Starfleet will help me make things happen in that regard. When I'm not here, I'll be working with the Lucari and the crew of the USS Aventine to help the Herc get back on their feet.
That's an Ezra Dax reference right there. Because she is currently, in the book, she is currently the captain of the USS Aventine. Havas Kul's a long way from home for you.
Indeed, but I happen to be married to the captain of the Aventine.
I knew it!
It won't be, you know, too bad. The kids
they haven't got married yet,
but and her team restore Havas Kul to a more habitable
he married
state.
Ezra Dax.
I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. But until then, be safe out there. Doctor's orders.
He's not married in the books yet, but at least the books I've read. But he probably is at some point, but haven't got that far in the book. So, yeah, I figured they were going to bring her into it. Ezra Dax.
First, our founder Odo has decreed that we will use our new knowledge to remove the Jem'hadar dependency upon the Ketracel White. As soon as you leave, we will disseminate this information to your medical officers. You will still be able to benefit from the rush in battle, but you will no longer require Ketracel White for your survival. Glory to the Founders for their wisdom. You are free to depart from Deep Space Nine when you are ready.
Alrighty. Let's depart. Let's see what I get to do now.
This meeting is classified. It has come to my attention that you have been engaged in secret correspondence with the Elder First, Dukan Rex. With the passing of the Elder First, a great void has been created within your ranks. I do abhor a vacuum, and I believe it is your calling to fill that void. Continue your exemplary service. Honor the sacrifice of Dukan Rex. Let this victory enrich your life with the blessings of the Founders.
So I am now what Dukan Rex was. Alright, let's see. In progress.
The future of the Dominion is uncertain for the first time in many years. Without the Founder and her unbreakable will at the center of it all, the Gamma Quadrant will undoubtedly go through a great deal of turmoil. I'll do what I can to maintain order and keep the peace, but it's going to be challenging, to say the least. For now, what matters to me is that you fought for the Dominion when we needed it the most. I won't forget that. And thanks to the Great Link, neither will the Founders. Thank you. I hope we meet again under much better circumstances.
So they're probably working on bringing in Ezra Dax sometime in the future, the way Bashir mentioned her. Gee, I only killed 12, huh? Well, that is the end of the Dominion arc. Ah, see then it automatically, so, no, not right now. So, looks like what I'm going to end up doing with this series is I'm going to continue the series, but I'm going to start doing these Klingon...
I bring you greetings from the Founders, and...
What was that one for? I don't know what that one was. Oh, it must be for the Age of Discovery arc. So, okay, so as soon as you finish out the Dominion, it unlocks whatever factions missions you were a part of. Forgot what I was doing. In progress, available. Episodes. Yeah, so I'll probably end up continuing this series, but we're gonna play some like the Klingon missions that you don't really get to see, or not many people play. I'd have to go back and look at the... Because I know because now they're starting to throw in this stuff now. Thunder 4 Manhunt. Space Chase. Huh. I don't know how much of these are actual from the original beginning, but I guess we'll find out. So I'm just gonna figure out how I'm gonna make the title for this though, because yeah, but we're not gonna go. What's under vigilance? Okay, so I've played some of these missions and I've recorded and posted them on my random page. But yeah, once we get, these are all Klingon specific missions. So I guess that's what I'll be doing. We'll be doing some Klingon stuff in the future, since I have yet to actually do a Klingon officer mission. Well, I mean, I have a Klingon officer, but I just never actually did a Klingon mission series, and now I have a chance to do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Till next time, later.